Hey guys, welcome to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. I wanted to give this project more attention because this really is a dream come true. Guys, we are looking at Gears of War Delta Online. It's called Delta Online, but it is pretty much Gears of War 3, the multiplayer version. There's no campaign in this, but it has everything. Now guys, I've been a big Gears of War fan for a long time. I remember when I first got married, I used to play Gears of War 1 on the Xbox 360 online, and when I was on the headset speaking to people, my wife always thought I was speaking to the same friend that was online all the time. Then I had to explain the concept of the World Wide Web and how there's lots of different gamers online and you can put a headset on and chat. That was the early days of online gaming for me. Well, not the earliest days, but some of the early days, well, at least compared to now, you know, fast forward like a few decades. So now we don't really use headsets. Now we just kind of play. We're older, we got responsibility. The days of putting a headset on and trolling people all night are gone. And back then in Gears of War 1 days, there wasn't any consequences for trolling. Now there are, and you may get cancelled, but you know what? We're not here to ruin people's gaming experience. I am just reminiscing a bit here. But Gears of War 3, I remember playing that on the Xbox 360, and I used to have a dream. I used to think to myself, wow, this is so amazing. And being someone that's a big fan of handheld gaming, I thought to myself, I would love to play this online on a handheld. That really will signify the future for me. So I remember like a few years ago on like one of my handheld PC devices, like the GPD WinMax, I was playing like Gears, maybe Gears 4, Gears 5, one of the Gears on there. I was like, okay, close. I haven't got Gears of War 3. Like Gears of War 1 was really good online. Really enjoyed that. Gears of War 2 seemed like it was really good, but I remember having so many issues with the matchmaking, I could never get a game. The only way you could get a game is if you actually lobbied up with friends and arranged private games, which I never really did. Gears of War 3, for me at least, let me know what you think, was like the pinnacle. I really enjoyed the multiplayer. I felt it took like everything good out of the previous games and it just gave a great experience. The campaign was kind of fun as well, even though I never completed it. I remember being a bit tired and falling asleep, and then I kept associating it with boredom. I really wish if these guys added the campaign in there, but hey, you know what, this isn't the purpose of this. So what does this offer, guys? This is the definitive way of playing Gears of War 3 online. But not just Gears of War 3, it has maps, skins from pretty much every single Gears of War game here. I've tried this in 4K. It looks fabulous. My 4K monitor is like 16:9 aspect ratio, but I wanted to do this video on my 2K ultra wide monitor because you get a lot more real estate and it does look freaking amazing. So what does this offer? Well, it offers quite a lot. All the different modes in there that you can think of. Every single game mode pretty much is in here, or at least every single one that means something to me. So for PvP, you've got the classic modes, Squad Deathmatch plus Free-for-All plus 2v2 Gnashers, or Gnashers, is that how you say? I think it's Gnashers, I think the G is silent. Player versus enemy classic, Horde Frenzy, Beast mode, and also a new Rebirth mode. A revamped level system, 100 playable characters with some that have never been seen before. So exciting if you're a Gears of War fan. 100 unlockable skins per starting weapon. 60 maps for multiplayer and horde mode, 10 additional maps designed for 2v2 matches, revamped user interface, a lot of customization options, for example with the video graphics, ultra wide monitor support that you're seeing here. We are seeing this. This is absolutely overwhelming. Now this here is really important, guys. When I first kind of got hold of this, a friend of mine sent me a link, and it was to a website where they hosted a link, and within there was a link for a torrent, right, a magnet link that I could use with torrent. But on that website it was like, please help us with server costs. They had like addresses on there for Bitcoin donations. They had like a QR code, and it looked very legit. And naturally, if you're getting a Gears of free experience online that fans are using, or sorry, fans are creating and fans are using, you're like, oh, let me just chuck like $10 to these people's way. Guys, be warned. The developers behind this, specifically when you boot up the game, they say, we do not ask for donations. We have never asked for donations. So if anyone is asking you for anything, it is a scam. And there are a lot of scams set up around this, where this is something that's being distributed for free and not even any voluntary donations are being asked for. So people are just setting stuff up, pretending to be behind this amazing project or service and trying to take your funds. So just be wary of that. You know, if you feel good about this, maybe donate a little bit of money to charity or something like that. Or you know what, why not become a member on my channel? But yeah, guys, it's, yeah, so don't get scammed out there. And one of the prerequisites of having this up and running is you need to have Steam installed. I mean, most of us do on the PC, so make sure you have Steam installed. And it kind of uses Steam in a really good way. So essentially, when you're running this, it kind of shows up as a different game in Steam, like a Starship something. You'll see it. Your friends on your list will see you play some game that you've never heard of, but then all your friends list and everything is available from Steam. Now, if you're playing this on mouse and keyboard, the controls work straight away, but I'm someone that played this on the 360. I'm not really acquainted with mouse and keyboard, well, not as much as I am with controller. So what you need to do is you need to go into Steam settings, you need to go into controller settings, you need to like turn on a specific profile. It's very easy to do. As well as that, guys, I've got this on my Steam Deck and it works flawlessly, amazingly well at 800p on the Steam Deck. So there's very, very good and very, very different ways of playing this. So guys, if you do enjoy this type of content, even though I don't usually do this type of content, I'm definitely way more retro, way more FPGA gaming, but hey, I always have a soft spot for the Gears of War games and also the Halo games, but I prefer Gears of War. So that's it, guys. Be freaking awesome to one another. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.